Hello YouTube, Changela here. Today I wanted to go over something that happened a while ago. I'm a bit late to the party on this, but figured I'd give my thoughts anyway because I'm not a big fan on what it seems they may be doing here. So as you can see, I'm on the Wuthering Waves official website going over just this pretty much, the Echo development and grind. So this right here, I think this is a cool idea. I mean, who's not gonna like more events, right? We've already gotten 2. Overdashing was pretty lackluster. I don't think anybody can really argue that. I get why they had to build it the way they did, because a actual overdashing event would probably be extremely difficult on mobile. As somebody who also has a mobile account, it completely changes the playing field. Like, the characters that you can use and what you can actually do in the game changes drastically because of the button layout and the amount of space that you have to work with. So I get why the Overdash was like that. I mean, but their second event, the one that's going on now, Ally Smell, I think that one's great, and I'm hoping that this is also going to be awesome. No problems with that. Number 2, adjust the progression system to reduce shell credit costs of Echo development. This is another great change. Reducing the credit cost. The amount of times that I've run out of credits in this game is insane. I think it happens far more often than any of the other gacha games that I play. I mean, right now I'm playing PGR as well. I'm playing Honkai Star Rail. I'm playing Tower of Fantasy. I mean, I sometimes play Summoner's War as well. And the amount of times that I run out of the regular currency in those games is like almost never. So this definitely needed to be fixed. Maybe even reduce the shell credit cost on some other things. I would specifically say weapons and weapon development or character development. One of the two, but not both. Number 3, we will remove the reward cutscene. Fuck yes. Please. We need this. This is a big change that is needed. Or at least give the option to skip, at least. But I think just straight up removing it, like, there's nothing interesting going on. That cutscene doesn't make any sense to even have it. Removing it is amazing. Number 4, from 1.1 and onward, the yield of echoes and echo development materials will be increased. Okay, so this is actually the biggest issue I have. Now let me explain. I do not believe that it is ever the correct decision to just increase numbers. Especially when there is a better alternative available, right? So they're just going to increase the amount of echoes that you get and the amount of echo development materials that you get. Most likely, I'm going to assume this is just going to be from literally everything from killing enemies to doing tacit fields, and this will probably just be from tacit fields. I think that's just a terrible idea. And the reason is because you actually have a better alternative already built into the game, and that is the echoes themselves. So as of right now, we are able to use echoes of the same elemental type to upgrade our echoes. Okay, post-editing Angel here. I'm just gonna go ahead and say I'm an idiot here. I was talking this idea over with a friend of mine, and we completely screwed up the enhancement process here. You cannot actually even upgrade echoes with non-upgraded echoes. You have to use an already upgraded echo to upgrade an echo, which is simply far worse than I gave the system credit for. So just go ahead and keep that in mind, please, as I continue to explain a far better idea than this current garbage system, right? This is dog shit. And the reason this is dog shit is because it's limiting us to the same elemental type. You go to any other not Genshin, Jesus Christ. You go to any other gacha game, and you'll see immediately, just like Genshin, Honkai Star Rail, or literally anything else, when you have a system like this for your gear, you can use any gear to upgrade any gear. Like, it's not limited. I think Tower of Fantasy for advancing the star on your equipment, which I think is a shit fucking mechanic anyway, but that requires the same type of equipment. But I mean, that's Tower of Fantasy, let's be honest. But any other gacha, they're gonna allow you to use any equipment to upgrade whatever piece of equipment that you want to upgrade. So they should just make that change, right? So you can upgrade if you get a really good echo with the precise main stats that you want. You can just upgrade it with any kind of echoes. Now, this would not fully fix the problem, in my opinion. You have to go a little farther than this. And what do I mean by going a little farther? Well, don't completely get rid of the system for element to element upgrades. Instead, tweak it, right? So now that you've opened up the playing field and allowed us to upgrade our echoes with every kind of echo, now we need something that allows those echoes to be more worthwhile when we're putting them into another echo, right? Because otherwise, even with that, everyone's just going to use the combination mechanic to get new echoes, because it's literally just more worthwhile to try and get an echo with a good main substat through that you might not have yet, right? Because maybe you don't have the arrow bird with fucking arrow damage bonus, so you want that. I mean, there you go. You can do that while also farming them, and you're increasing your chances of getting that specific echo. So it's going to just be more worth it in that way. But if you make it so that, let's say you use an arrow echo to upgrade another arrow echo, then you get an XP bonus of 10%. I mean, 10%, I'm just throwing that out there. It could be more than that, whatever, right? But the point is, there's an XP bonus. I think 10% would be the lowest yield that would make sense here. But it would most likely need to be higher than 10%. But anyway, so you have that, right? So you use the same element to upgrade the second element, you get a bonus instead of just using whatever to upgrade it. But also, if you use the same exact type of echo, like say you have a chase razor, like for me, I hunted these chase razors for 3 days and never got one with a main stat. Now, if after hunting it for 3 days, I finally got one with a main stat and I couldn't upgrade it all the way, right? I'd be pissed. I finally got that chase razor, the arrow chase razor with the arrow damage bonus, and I can't upgrade it all the way? What the fuck? So obviously, by increasing the bonus for also using the same, because then I have all these chase razors, right? This is just an example. I mean, this is something that actually happened, but I'm using it as an example, obviously. You can use those chase razors, even if they aren't also the arrow element, because remember, every single echo in the game actually belongs to 2 different element sets. So you'll still get the bonus if it's the same type of echo, even if it's not the same element set as the echo that you're upgrading. But if you do both, then obviously it compounds to a higher percentage. Now, what this does is it not only opens up your ability to upgrade, because now you can use every echo to upgrade any echo, but it gives you those bonus XP, that bonus XP for basically playing matchmaker, right? And what this does is it actually makes it so that in the early game, right, you're still going to be combining your 5 echoes to get a new echo, because you want that chance of getting an echo that you don't have in your databank yet, or to get a higher rarity of an echo you already have in your databank so that you can level up your databank. But once you get your databank maxed and you're mainly looking for being able to upgrade the echoes you have or get echoes with specific stats, then this is the system that you'll be using to be able to actually upgrade your echoes, and just like it'll just work.
All of this just works.
It creates that dichotomy, because right now, why would you ever use your echoes to upgrade another echo when you could just play the gamble on the combine and hopefully get a really good main stat? Anyway, that was my idea. Hopefully that's what they put in there. I don't know, maybe some random Kuro employee sees this video. I doubt it, but if they do, that'd be fantastic. Next is introducing a wave plate storage system. I don't even know why this wasn't in the game to begin with. Maybe they don't know how to code that. I don't know. But like, that should have just been in the game to begin with. It makes no sense that it wasn't in the game. Very glad that they're actually going to do it, though. Very, very glad that they're actually going to do it. So let's go ahead and... This is also a really good one. This is when they gave us the 1 million shell credit. A lot of people were talking about how they don't know if that really makes sense, giving everybody the 1 million shell credits. If you never recycled an echo, like, who are you? There's no way there's a single person who did not recycle a developed Echo ever. It's like, there's just no way. So eventually you're going to be hitting that bug, or you would have hit that bug. So this is great that they did this. And this also helps, again, it kind of like curbs the bleeding until this gets put in, right? Until shell credit costs goes down. I mean, I've already burned through that $1 million, let's be honest. Probably most people have. But yeah, most of these are just compensations. So yeah, I mean, that was the main part that I wanted to go up, was these 5 here. And mainly number 4, obviously. That was my big old rant. Hopefully that's what they implement. I mean, they could even do like a set bonus on top of all that. So like if you use 5 or more of the same element to upgrade that Echo that is of the same element, then you could get a further bonus or something like that. Yeah, I think that kind of change would be better than just increasing the numbers. Like, this is so lame, because you're still going to be hunting Echoes to get those main stats, and then those Echoes are still going to be useless unless you can recycle them into Echo development materials, maybe. But they're gonna be doing it to where the Echo is recycled into an Echo development material that is the equivalent XP that the Echo would give you anyway, or less. So there's no way they do it where it's more, and if they do, okay, but like, it's still not going to be that big of a change. I think that the way that I described it would be way better. It would be a lot more coding. I do want to just go over the amount of coding that would be required to do my idea versus just increasing the numbers like this would be insane, and would open the game up for potentially a few more bucks. So there is that to think about. Whenever you think of an idea for this game, always think like, if they did, why didn't they do this? Well, think about like the coding aspect. If you've never done coding, I get that it'd be difficult, but the more complex an idea is, it's most likely going to be far more, like 10 times more complex to code that, right? As a coder myself, I realized just how difficult it would be to actually code in the idea that I had. But they have a full team of professional coders, or they should. I hope they don't have just one guy doing this. But yeah, anyway, that's my video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought about this little announcement here. If you had any of your own ideas on what might be changed in the game, I'm curious to hear other people's ideas. And if you did deign to subscribe, please hit that notification bell. Don't worry, even if you do, I won't hit you up your mother this time. We've already got plans next week anyway. Bye-bye.